What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Gartrell back with No Love Garage for another episode. If you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and make sure to check out our other videos. So today I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of cosmetic mod, but not really a cosmetic mod, and somewhat functional. It's kind of questionable about whether or not it actually works. And what I'm talking about today is actually wrapping the charge pipes. There's intakes coming. They're actually supposed to be delivered today by FedEx, but you can never tell with FedEx because they are just all over the place and the worst delivery service. Sorry, I'm putting it out there. I don't care. While I'm at it, I just wanted to show you guys some extra details that I put on the car. Please don't look at the car. It is filthy, even though me and Christian went in deep on, trying to clean up the car. Insert clip here. Okay, so we got these tire letters looking actually really clean, really good looking. So that's gonna break some necks at the meet, gonna move on to the decon. So I got some Meguiar's iron decon here. So we're gonna focus mostly on the front clip, the bottom sides. I'm gonna get close here. If you see, it's starting to turn purple all over the car. Yep. I really want to see it. There it is on the ground, guys, dripping off the car. But regardless, added a little toe strap. This is from the sponsor, Horizon Motorsports. So make sure you check them out. Everything's in the description below. Another bit that I added to the car that I didn't really show was the WeatherTech floor mats on both the front and passenger. So nice little upgrade, and because it's in the details, got that was there before though, so that's kind of fake. And add a little Pikachu sticker and some decals, because I actually want this car to be a themed car of blue and yellow. So I'm actually going to be looking to get the calipers yellow with the M badge too. So I think that would look really cool, especially with the wheels I want to get for this car. It's going to really pop against the blue color on the M. I don't know, you can see the yellow tow hook looks pretty good in my opinion. But anyway, it is looking like it's about to rain, so let's just get right into the video. So what I'm actually doing is getting this car ready to go to the track. So I've maybe mentioned in the past something about a roll race invitational done by Mod to Fame, another YouTuber based in New York. And pretty much what I want is to get this car ready so that I can beat on it and not have any issues. So in addition to wrapping the charge pipes and intakes with the gold heat wrap, I'm gonna show you another part that actually just came this weekend, and that is an essential part for every S55, N55, N54-ish owner to have, because it's the weak point on the engine, and if it goes while you're tuned, it's done. That's why I haven't tuned the car yet. But now that we got this part and we can get it installed, then I can go and put this thing on the dyno and let's see what we make. But anyway, let me just show you what that part is. If any of you guys have ever heard of Vargas Turbo, then you know what this might be for the S55. This fabled product, if you can kind of see through there, is the crank hub. I don't want to take it apart yet just because we're not going to use it, but the crank hub is an essential part for this engine and also its biggest flaw. But with this from Vargas, we'll be able to tune the car for aggressive numbers, and it's gonna be dope. So I cannot wait to get that actually put on. But it's actually really starting to rain here, so I'm gonna come back to you when it's not about to rain and with my battery a little bit more charged. So 2 seconds for you guys. So as usual, we're gonna be taking off the brace, engine cover, intake, just to get to the charge pipes. And I don't even know if the car's still warm. I was kind of waiting for it to cool down, and it is still pretty freaking hot. So gonna have to wear gloves for this one. But let's just set you up and I'll take this thing apart in 15 minutes. So all right, so we're back now. I just changed my shirt because it's a long sleeve and I don't want to get mosquito bites, because who the hell does? But like I said, gonna get this done in 10 minutes, and then I'll show you the process of trying to wrap it. We can actually test out my theory about was checking the dipstick for the Turner Motorsports oil catch can. So I'm gonna do the 2 bolts in the front and the 10, and then I'm going to see if I can lift the dipstick out by just like lifting this up. So now I'll know in the future if I want to check the dipstick, I can do that instead of taking off the whole brace. Interesting. This bolt was coming out with the actual threading, so I don't know, it must have been pretty hot. But let's see, can I lift this up? No, not enough. So I'm gonna actually have to take out all the bolts if I ever want to get to that catch can. All right, so let's check that dipstick. Kind of inconclusive. It has like spots of oil on there, meaning that there's obviously some oil in there getting in, but there's like no clear level because it doesn't seem like it's like at a particular mark. So I guess we'll just have to wait till I do the oil change. Jesus, I hate mosquitoes. Coming through. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you.
Good looking. Got me on camera.
Just a little bit. Thank you. All right, so we literally just received, hopefully you guys didn't see my address already, the VR Speed Factory intakes for the M4. And we're just about to get these actually completely out, so we'll be able to wrap them up. Should be a really quick video. And the sun is shining. Starting to be a good day, boys. And so I got the gold tape here. If you're wondering, I was lucky enough actually to pick it up at Advanced Auto Parts because no auto parts have this particular one with the wrap style, like a tape. They only have sheets or other like alternatives, and I just really wanted to go with the gold one. So these were 35 bucks. You can order them. A lot of aftermarket places carry them. So with the actual charge pipes out, as you can see, and right here, what I've gone and done is actually wipe them down with alcohol. You can use acetone or alcohol just to remove any dirt or anything on it, because this is obviously adhesive and you'd want it to stick. So that's the first step. So they're both clean now. Maybe you can see, besides like the little scratches and stuff that it gets from, you know, sitting too close to whatever it is in the engine bay. The next thing, I actually took a tape measure like this, wrapped it around so I know the circumference of each charge pipe, and they're about 7 inches around. So what I did was go 1 inch up, so I have 8 inches right here, if you could possibly see that. And what I'm gonna do is actually cut strips of 8 inches, enough so that I can literally just go around the charge pipe with each piece of tape instead of trying to wrap it in a cylindrical fashion. It might be harder to keep it uniform. It might be harder to make it like flush and stick properly and nice and neat. And it also will prevent just like overusing tape in one area or not. So I'll easily be able to see each ring go around, overlap it all the way to the finished product. So it's gonna be kind of hard to show that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut the strips, do a couple rounds on one of them, and then show you how it looks and let you know how it is to stick it on. And then afterwards, I'll just finish them up, show you the finished product, and show you what it looks like when the car is back together, just for simplicity. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far, and it's coming out pretty well. The only thing I would have to say, realistically, is be careful on the bends, because the bends on any pipe, if you're doing the M4 in particular, use smaller pieces. I already messed up mine, but it doesn't look that bad. Realistically, the car is gonna sit in the car like that. You could kind of see the wrinkles, but at the end of the day, like, as long as it's coated, you know what I mean, or covered. But yeah, just take your time. Use a squeegee if you can, or just use your fingers pressure to kind of smooth out the cracks, and everything should be good. But we're just gonna finish this up. I got a couple more pieces to make for this exact charge pipe, and then we'll get onto that one. That one looks like it's gonna be a lot easier because it's, while there are 2 bends, it does seem a little bit like less of a complicated piece than this one, because it's got like some pretty sick bends here. Okay guys, so I've actually gone ahead and finished. So here is the shorter charge pipe. I'll pick up the other one. Ah, all the parts are falling on the floor. No, that was the intake. Jesus Christ. On me. Anyway, here are both of the charge pipes done. So 2 things I want to note. First of all, it takes a lot to do this. So I almost went through the second roll for both of these. So as in like 1 roll per charge pipe. So realistically, take your time. And the other thing is, if you could tell, I'm not sure if you could tell on camera, they're 2 different color golds. So make sure that you buy, these were the same brand, so make sure that you buy from the same person or vendor, because they're gonna send you 2 of the same color. It's very slight. I don't know if you could tell the difference maybe. The top one is darker, the bottom one is lighter. But let's just mount these up in the car and see how they look. I bet it's gonna look amazing. All right, everybody, so this is what it looks like all finished. You may or may not be able to tell the color difference, but that top one is darker than the bottom one. Adds a nice little dress up to the engine bay, and it's functional. So I'll just put it back on, but I'll take it back off for you guys. Engine cover. So that's what it looks like. Looks pretty good for me. Now I just need to get this engine bay detailed, and I will be a lot happier because it is a very dusty. I figured out that a part of the dust was coming from this weather stripping missing, so I bought that from BMW, and now it should prevent a lot of the dust that was getting into the engine bay, and I will be so much happier. But yeah, that's about it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. So you see that we got the box right here with the next installed part, as well as one of the other parts I mentioned maybe 2 videos ago that came for the M4, the rear piece that came from Horizon Motorsport. This actually came from Horizon Motorsport as well. So do not sleep. They got the parts. You need to buy them. No lift, 5% off at checkout. Everything's in the description below. Anyway guys, it was an amazing time installing this heat wrap to keep down the engine temps. Wait for this guy to pass. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you keep staying motivated. Peace out, and see you in the next one.